What's going on YouTube? Buddy Lee here, and welcome to today's video. And first of all, if you hear some commentary in the background, it's because I have my daughter in the back seat. I got done picking her up from the babysitter and we stopped by Harris Teeter to get something for supper. Reason why I'm making this video is because I had a couple comments from some viewers on my General Tires first thoughts video that I posted the day that I got them installed on the car, and they were asking me how they did in snow, because if I remember correctly, they lived in the Midwest, I believe in Wisconsin. I unfortunately had not at that point had the opportunity to use them in the snow because it hasn't snowed. It didn't snow when they were asking me about it. Well, today is, I told him that I would get a hold of him on the first snow if we ever did get some snow, and sure enough, here we are. We have our first snow, or our first full snow. It's flurried, but this time it's actually sticking. It is currently 20 degrees Fahrenheit in Norfolk, Virginia. This stunt bitch right here knows I'm trying to get out. She's trying to beat me out of it. It's currently 20 degrees Fahrenheit in Norfolk. For you Canadian viewers, that is 6, which probably to you guys isn't too cold, but anyway, they're projecting 2 to 8 inches of snow tonight, and they've pretty much shut this entire Hampton Roads area down, just like they normally do whenever it snows. I mean, they'll shut the base down, so third shift isn't coming in tonight, and there's a possibility nobody will be working tomorrow. And then of course we don't really have the equipment to deal with this type of weather, so everybody freaks out. I was inside Harris Teeter a little bit ago, and people are shopping like it's the end of the world, which is funny to me because I grew up in the Chicagoland area. So this ain't shit to me. I've seen, you know, I remember days waiting at the bus stop for the bus, and I would have, you know, snow up to my crotch. So this is nothing to me. It's actually quite funny. People freak out thinking it's the end of the world. But anyway, this is more or less going to be a drive home from Harris Teeter in the snow. It started to freeze over. I did a video earlier, but the road hadn't really froze over yet. There was some, you know, patchy parts, but not like this. So I decided to delete that, go shopping, get some a late lunch, and then see how the roads looked. And now we've got a layer of snow, and it looks like a nice sheet of ice. So we're gonna go ahead and during the trip home, see how these things handle. I'm not going to take the freeway, which is what I had originally planned to do, take them on the freeway, but I was listening to the radio, and they said the highways are extremely backed up right now. So I don't want to, and I don't have the diaper bag with me, and I don't want to get caught in any type of rush hour traffic in this type of weather. So we're just gonna do a quick video, more or less, of, it's gonna be about 3 miles altogether. Of course this motherfucker wants to turn. So grip off the start. Of course there is ice in the ground. Traction control is going crazy, but that's what I expected. Now I read these are good. They're not as good, from what I read, is also as the Falcons that I had on there before. I had a set of Falcon ZX, and that's ZIEX 912s on here, and those were the shit. I loved those tires, but they were really, really expensive, and that was the reason why I didn't want to go with them again, which is why, and that's why I went with General. Plus, I really, really did like the tread pattern on this, and it had a slightly longer tread wear lifetime than the Falcons did. So obviously we're not doing much right now. We're at a standstill here in this red light. I would turn traction control off and see how that did, but my tire light is on right now. It's these TPMS, that is a, what the fuck kind of green light is that? What the fuck ever. But my tire pressure sensor light is on. These sensors are very, very fussy when it comes to temperatures and altitude. So I just leave it. I don't bother filling it up when it goes. It's probably not, as long as if it comes on whenever it hits below 30 PSI. But like I said, it won't let me turn the traction control off with the tire light on. I'll probably speed this part up in the video. This is pretty stupid here. The funny part is you're going to see all these sailors that come from like Texas and Louisiana, places like that. They got these huge big fucking trucks, all jacked up, monster tires, and they're the ones that are eating it the worst. They're slipping and sliding all over the place. Here we go. Yep, slip, traction control, traction control, traction control, traction control, traction control, traction control. What I do like about the Honda traction control is it does not let you go very fast at all. I mean, you can sit here and floor it. I want to say it doesn't go past 1500 or 2000 RPMs. I mean, it will, for the most part, kill the motor. 25, actually, I lied, 2500. I just did it. Crank this. Alright, well, doing quick darty little, try to do some, I wanted to change a lane there and do some quick darty steering inputs, and it didn't seem to understeer and go straight like I thought it would. So it holds grip all right on that sense. We'll go ahead and try it again. I just want to make sure that kind of in a safe area to do it. That Crown Vic almost spun up there. Jesus Christ, you have a 3/4 ton 4x4 pickup truck. Get on it. It's getting obnoxious. Another red light. These red lights here at Hampton Roads, they're punishment. They are all punishment lights. They're green for maybe 2 or 3 cars, and they're red forever. That one wasn't too bad. This is incredible. 15 miles per hour. 15. 1-5. Now, obviously, keep a fair distance away from, you know, the cars to stop. Like that, I think is way too close between this Buick and that Saturn. But I mean, it's not gonna. You got a front-wheel drive car, decent tires, and some common fucking sense. You can drive in this type of weather. That's what kills me. Like I said before, I grew up in the Chicagoland area. This is, you know, this is nothing. Fuck me, we got those flashes. Oh, I thought those were flashes up there, thinking somebody spun out already. This poor guy right here. Poor guy right here in this Crown Vic, he's probably hating life. But we'll go ahead and switch a lane. And I'm not gonna go too crazy with the darty steering because I have my daughter in the back, but I mean, we got some ice on the ground, and I mean, it's I'm getting no understeer, no sliding whatsoever, so I'm holding the road pretty good. Go ahead and switch the lanes again. Nope, still sticking to the road. One more time. The complex here. So here we got some, there's a little bit of understeer, but that's still not too bad. All in all, I know it wasn't the greatest review in the world, but like I said, all in all, I would trust these tires in the snow. In the ice. I was doing the swerving and stuff, and there was some pretty twitchy movements, but I didn't catch any understeer until I really yoked on the wheel, which would more or less, the way I did it there would have been like an emergency situation or whatever. But that was the only time I caught any understeer. Traction upon accelerating, very mild acceleration caused it to break traction in the ice. So I think getting going is hard, but once you get going, the traction is there. So sorry if it wasn't the greatest review in the world, but here it is. I told you guys I would do it, so here's my review on the General G-Max AS-03 all-weather tires in the snow, or my snow. I'm sure your snow is a lot worse than mine, but anyway, have a good rest of your week. Thanks for watching. Bye.